What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that we need more protectors. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the ones that walk around, you know what I'm saying, calling themselves ops, and they got ops and carrying guns and ready to take a life and kill a person. No, I'm not talking about those type of protectors. I'm talking about the type of protectors that know how to stand firm spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Which means they're strong enough inside themselves to be able to handle the attacks that comes toward them. A lot of people have a hard time even believing that it could be somebody closest to you, far away from you, that it may look like they have the worst life ever because they don't have all the material things that you have. And they could be the very vessel that is strong enough to protect the world, or, you know what I'm saying, people from the evil forces that lurk this planet. Because they here, you know what I'm saying, and they're attacking people full force. And we need more protectors. People that are so strong in who they are that they protect women, men, children spiritually. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to come across these days because everybody got vices and everybody got weaknesses, and they usually succumb to those. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a protector when you got weaknesses that they know about. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna target those weaknesses and you're gonna be just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's gender fluid. When you're a protector, it's in your energy. Doesn't matter if you are a male or a female. You know what I'm saying? You're just someone that knows yourself enough to know that the evil forces on the world are targeting people that are at their weakest. You know what I'm saying? People that have been battling themselves for a very long time. And after so long of battling yourself, usually you forget what you're battling, or you put it in the back of your mind, but that's intentionally set up and designed like that. So therefore, when someone calls you out on the very thing that you could be running away from, you go into denial. You know what I'm saying? You go into trying to go against them because they telling the truth. You know? And those usually are the strongest people spiritually, that are willing to sacrifice a part of themselves to protect the world from the darkness, only because they had to sit in it themselves. And when they sat in it themselves, there was no protector. They were the protector. You know what I'm saying? Because really, in all honesty, when you have a certain gift in life, it's not about you. It's not about the status and, listen, all the attention and the glory. When you are someone that has a certain gift, you are that naturally, to where it's irritating sometimes. I really want to just be somewhere put up by myself, away from people, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, right now at this current moment, it's not like that. So I have to be myself around other people. You know what I'm saying? And again, people are going to talk about you. People going to put you down. People going to say, got negative stuff to say about you. People going to laugh. You feel me? Men spit. You know what I'm saying? They go into this type of, you feel me, mentality where they just completely against everything you own. You know what I'm saying? And then I go back to thinking to myself, that's probably why I am the way that I am. Because I don't know what it is, but very unhealthy, toxic men despise my existence. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I enjoy being around women more. You know what I'm saying? Now, healthy males, which is very rare, but they are out there, you know what I'm saying, look at you for you. They're not in this power struggle type of mentality. But the ones who still live in the old world, who feel like a woman has to give her power to him, they completely despise my existence. I swear to God, I could just be walking by them and they do some, I think the ultimate disrespect is somebody who spit on you. You feel me? I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying? That's worse than you fighting someone. Worse than somebody cussing you out. Someone who spits in your face. I've never had that happen to me, but I'm saying, you feel me? You just never know people's character these days. It's kind of risky and kind of scary. That's why you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being myself. I don't got nothing against nobody, but people's spirits got everything against me. And it's crazy, because I be thinking to myself, if you really only knew the sacrifice I made for others, so people could be protected, y'all could live your lives. You know what I'm saying? I have to put mine on the back burner. You know? And every day, sometimes I wake up and want to throw the towel in. Fuck this shit. I don't want to do this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? But people don't realize how people individually are very vital to the world. Your very existence is very important to the world. You know what I'm saying? If you leave, you're going to be affecting a lot of people. And so then I'll be like, oh shit, get up and just do it again. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do, you got to break the rules. You got to bend them a little bit. Your survival is at stake. You know? People don't care about that because everybody worried about their own survival. So you got to do what it takes. You know? And a lot of people are too scared to do that. Listen, a rule breaker. When you're someone that's spiritually inclined, you have to be a rule breaker. But in a way where you abide by the rules at the same time. A lot of people think rule breakers is just someone who is violent and aggressive and don't listen to nothing and don't want nobody to tell them nothing. No, because you're going to let them know your weakness by acting like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out how to break the rules without causing attention to yourself. You know? Because your survival is at stake. Anybody would do it. If we like part animal. When your survival is up against the wall, you're going to do some things that may not be cool with everybody to make sure your survival is sustained. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're afraid of what somebody going to say, then you're going to think everything is wrong with it. We're only human. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to worry more about yourself than yourself. And that's a very important key factor. You know what I'm saying? But again, we need more protectors currently in this world now, because the world we're changing into, protectors are very much needed. People who know themselves enough to protect the ones that may not be strong enough. You know what I'm saying? And allow them to have the freedom to be themselves. Not be taken over mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because someone is preying on their weakness. They snatching souls these days. And if you weak, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get you. You know? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it go. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I understand how I'm separated out the box. Like, I could be kind all day because that's just my nature. But a lot of people don't know how to handle that. So usually they start out with a fake kind gesture, and then they either touch me, you know what I'm saying, or I'm kind to them genuinely and they can feel it, and now they go right back into their shell. And then it'd be like, damn, who is really real these days? You know? That, you can't be a protector if that's the type of mentality that you have. Because first you have to protect yourself. Once you protect yourself, your energy protects everybody that's connected to you. And you may be faced with the hardest battles because those people connected to you may not be strong enough to handle those battles yet. But over time, they'll probably have something in their life that'll be symbolic to what you went through, and they'll need your help, but you drew your energy back for yourself. You can't help them out of whatever they're going through, because that's the only way they're going to learn to be a protector. You know what I'm saying? We got kids, we got older grandparents, we got parents, you know what I'm saying? People that are really struggling mentally, you know, and they really need the strongest ones to help them out. Spiritually, though. And this is done without having a conversation with them. This is done by you just working on yourself. That healing goes across all spectrums of the board, because there was no one that did it before you. Usually their weakness was attacked so much that they ended up crumpling because of it, or, you know what I'm saying, they passed away before they got a chance to heal that. You know? But listen, even protectors need protectors too. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I'm telling you right now, sometimes I be just needing one little shield to come have my back. I'll be tired, you know what I'm saying? I'll be thugging it. I'll be keeping my head on straight. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a battle. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, damn, I wish just one real person could come in and just be like, look, I got you for a day. You just relax. You know what I'm saying? And eat and chill. I got it. You feel me? But again, you gotta know that. You might not see it in your face, but there are people who are slowly waking up. And as they do that, that tribe forms together spiritually. May not be directly in your face, because again, you got to work for everything that you have in this life. Ain't nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to spit on somebody else to get ahead, but work diligently and hard for what you have in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? I wake up every day going hard, and some days I just be wanting to just sleep, because it's really tiring, mentally and physically and emotionally. I just be wounded, tired. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere you go, they don't want you to go to sleep. It's almost as if it's a pre-ritual designed and set up to, you feel me, take yourself out. I remember I seen something on Twitter about how Sac Sheriff wasn't going to respond to calls involving mental health. And I'm not going against all of them, because all of them not like that. But what if that's because the system that they have set up is designed for people to take themselves out, and they're already immune to it because they already know what's happening. They setting it up intentionally on purpose. That's why they don't want to come out and help. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it's real. And I experienced it today, and I was thinking to myself, I thought y'all said y'all wasn't going to come out and you feel me, assist people that call 911 for mental health. That y'all had another system set up for that. But I see y'all right here. You know what I'm saying? Just standing there, ain't doing nothing. You don't even know what to do. Hey, just be mindful. Pay attention. There are a lot of things that are being bended right now that don't go with what they say they're going to do or how they say they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because people really don't know how to handle what's going on right now. You could be this buffish, strongest person in the world, but be the weakest one mentally. You can't protect yourself or anybody else if you don't know how to be strong mentally. It's not about physical. You know what I'm saying? That just helps for you to get your mind right, so you don't focus on things that are your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta work out to be strong mentally. You gotta know the battles that have faced your life for so long, that have crippled you and made you feel less of who you are based off what somebody said about you. You know what I'm saying? That's the real gem. You know what I'm saying? To get strong enough to defend yourself against somebody knocking your whole character down simply because they don't feel good about who they are. That takes a lot of mental toughness. You know what I'm saying? That's an exercise in itself. Because I started working out, I did. And then I stopped because I started to realize that the battle was in my head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working out, but I'm still thinking thoughts. And I'm like, listen, what the hell is going on? This working out ain't working. And what I figured out is that's because I needed to build myself up. You know what I'm saying? I needed to be stronger in not letting what people say about me. Understand that it's okay to be me. You know what I'm saying? And as I do that, that's what I want. I want to be surrounded by people that are okay to be themselves. That's the biggest protector in the world. If I know that you feel comfortable enough to be yourself around me, you are a protector. If you get insecure or feel some type of way around me, you're not a protector. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just being myself. Period. You know what I'm saying? So again, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing. So if I were you, I would focus on being yourself mentally so that you could be a protector. Because you may not think that you're protecting anybody, but once you figure out how to love yourself enough to protect yourself mentally, you actually are protecting everybody in your bloodline before you and everyone after you. They'll start to spiritually feel the effects of you becoming a protector of yourself. You know what I'm saying? They'll follow suit. They'll know what to do. They're going to fight it because, again, people will be in their ego. People got pride. People want to be the ones that set the tone for trying to be a protector. But they don't even know how to protect themselves. You know what I'm saying? But once they start to see that you're not someone that wants to control people or micromanage people, but you just want people to be themselves, they get more into that. But their spirit is going to express jealousy. Their spirit is going to express pride and ego. Because like I said, everybody want to be the number one stunner. I don't give a damn about being a number one stunner. I give a damn about being able to live in a world where I could be myself. That's all I care about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to automatically make me a protector because I got a daughter. So I want her to be safe enough to be herself in this world. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You automatically become a protector when you feel safe to be yourself. So we need more of those. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all think this is something. This ain't nothing. It's only going to get more stronger. That's going to test the people that may not be strong enough to handle this battle. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.